The story of Massacre of the Innocents, Matthew 2:16. Moving on, we have another intense story from Scripture, and this one comes from the New Testament. This sits right inside the Christmas story, but you will almost never hear it next to the manger scene or children singing carols. This is the Massacre of the Innocents, found in Matthew 2:16, and it is one of the darkest events recorded in Scripture. We all know the beginning. The wise men follow the star, they reach Jerusalem. They tell King Herod that a new king of the Jews has been born. And right there, the whole story changes. Herod wasn't the kind of man who handled news like that calmly. This is a king famous for rage, fear, and brutal decisions. Matthew says Herod felt mocked by the wise men when they didn't return to him. So he flew into a violent anger, and then he issued one of the most chilling commands in the entire Bible. He sent soldiers to Bethlehem to kill every male child 2 years old and under. Matthew 2:16. Just picture that scene for a moment. Soldiers going door to door, mothers holding their babies tightly, families trying to hide their toddlers. Bethlehem wasn't a big city. It was a small village. People knew each other. They knew each other's children. This wasn't a battlefield. This was a neighborhood. And that is exactly why this story is way too wild for kids. It's not a teaching about patience or kindness. It's not a miracle or a parable. It's a king so terrified of losing power that he unleashed violence on innocent children. It's fear meeting cruelty. It's darkness right in the middle of the Christmas light. Joseph had been warned in a dream, so he took Mary and Jesus and escaped to Egypt before the soldiers arrived. But every other family in that little town faced a nightmare. The sound of crying filled the streets. Matthew describes it as weeping and great mourning. Mothers refusing to be comforted because their children were gone. This is not a gentle story. It's not soft. It's raw, brutal, and heartbreaking. And yet it sits right between the wise men's visit and the Holy Family's escape. It reminds us that the world Jesus was born into wasn't peaceful. It was dangerous, violent, full of fear. That's what makes this story so wild. It's part of the gospel, but it carries a weight far too heavy for a Sunday school lesson.